Hey guys, you're watching Better Relationships with Nick, and here's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about deepening a conversation. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, you can check out some of the previous videos I made about starting a conversation with a stranger. The point of this YouTube channel is to help you have better relationships in friendships, in coworker relationships, in romantic relationships, in family relationships, all around. The point of this channel is just to help you level up your interpersonal skills so you can have better relationships. Now, what we're talking about is deepening conversations today. Deepening conversations. We had to start by how to initiate an interaction. I made a couple videos about that. You can check that out. But today we're talking about deepening a conversation with somebody. So once we're in a conversation with somebody, that's great, but we need to be able to navigate this flawlessly. It's not about manipulating anybody. It's not about puppeting anything. It is just about the mechanics of how a conversation flows. Because think about it this way. Do you want to be in a conversation that is awkward, or do you want to be in a conversation that just flows nicely and you really connect with that person? It's a skill. This is a skill that anybody can learn. A skill that anybody can learn. All right? And I want you to just imagine this, okay? If I want to get to know someone, let's just say it's on a romantic level, on a business level, I start the conversation with them. Who's going to like me more? Somebody who feels a natural connection with me and who has an easy conversation where it just flows? Or the person who has a really awkward conversation with me, like, oh, do you work around here? You know, that does not build human connection. You want to create the vibe of we naturally just mesh together well, okay? We naturally mesh together well. And what I want to share with you is that a conversation has a natural pattern of flow that you need to be aware of so you can navigate the conversation. Once you understand this and how to deepen the conversation, you can create a more intimate connection with that person and form a relationship. We start with an initial interaction. We go into deepening a conversation, which leads us to forming a connection, and then generally going to lead us to making some sort of relationship building statement like, hey, let me grab your phone number, or something like that. So we're going from initial conversation, deepening the conversation, forming a connection, getting a phone number, maintaining the relationship. So I want you to think about it that way, okay? So as we think about deepening a conversation, I will get into the F.O.R.D method, which I'm going to share with you, but it's very important for you to understand the mindset behind what we're doing before we actually get into deepening the conversation itself. Okay? The mindset is I'm building a human connection and I'm building it effortlessly with a nice natural flow. This is more important. The vibe of effortlessness is more important than the details you get. I want you to write that down. The vibe you're presenting and the feeling and emotion that this person feels when they're communicating and connecting with you on a deeper level is more important than the details that they share with you. How they feel is more important than what they say. They need to feel as if you guys have known each other your whole life. They need to feel like, wow, me and this person just mesh, okay? And I want to talk about the onion theory real fast because this is something that's really important to just continue to give you the correct mindset as to approaching deepening conversations. Once again, I am going to get into deepening the conversation and how to do that, but I need you to have some mindset first. Think about everybody as an onion. So an onion has an outside layer which needs to be peeled. So it's got the peel. Once we peel it, we start getting into the flesh, and each layer gets to a deeper level of the onion, ultimately getting to the core of the onion. So human beings are like that. They are going to share their outside with everybody and selectively open up to certain people that they feel safe with. And that is really important to understand. You cannot expect somebody to feel safe and to share with you and build a connection with you if you are a stranger or you don't have a good relationship with them. Are you going to tell your deepest, darkest secrets to a stranger? Some people might. Are you going to tell your fears and your desires to a stranger that you don't feel safe and connected to? Probably not. But once you feel that connection, that's when people start to open up. So it's really important that somebody feels that connection with you and you feel that connection with them before they open up. Now, what is an example of the outside layer of the onion? The peel. If I was having a conversation and I'm at the peel level with somebody, what does that conversation look like? That conversation looks like, hey, really nice weather outside. Hey, did you see the fight last night? Hey, did you hear about that really bad accident on the freeway the other day? Hey, did you hear about that couple cheating at the Coldplay concert? It's things about that. It's general things where we're having a conversation and we are sharing, but we are not peeling the onion back yet. We're building a relationship, we're building a connection, but we are not getting any deeper than that. So what we need to just start off understanding is that that's where the conversation has to start. That's where conversations start. You have to be okay with that. Now, what the F.O.R.D method does, F.O.R.D stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams/desires. The point of the F.O.R.D method is not to be legalistic or in an interview with them. This is just topics in my brain that I know I can ask about to make the conversation flow. So if you think about it this way, there are tools in my tool belt to advance the conversation and keep it flowing. I want to model what this is going to look like for you real quick. From the onion, outside of the onion peel, to getting to a deeper level. So let's just say I'm at the park, I'm outside, I'm at the beach, I'm talking to somebody. Hey, beautiful day outside, right? Oh man, it is a beautiful day outside. I'm so glad I'm off work today. All right, so we've started the conversation that someone's like, oh yeah, me too, dude. I love coming to the beach. How would I use the F.O.R.D method? These are just topics in my head I know I can ask about to deepen the conversation. All right? So when someone says, hey, I love coming to the beach, I can go into, yeah, I come out here every single weekend. Do you live around here too? Or maybe there's a festival. Hey, are you just out? Do you live around here, or are you just in town for the festival? So I'm asking, I would call that the family. Family and location, I'm going to bundle together. Okay, so now I'm having a conversation with somebody. They share they love going to the beach. I ask, are you just in town for the weekend? For the festival? I'm not asking anything prying. It's just, think about it this way. It's the most natural thing to say. Oh, are you in town for the festival? And you don't even have to say, or do you live around here? You can just say, hey, you in town for the festival? And that person will say, oh, no, I live here. So that's just an example of using what I would call family, or we could say location. Hey, we now know that that person lives around here. We're not asking their address. We're not getting any weird details. It's just, it was a natural thing to say, hey, are you here for the festival? Are you here for the weekend? Something like that. Now we're getting to a deeper level of communication with that person. Now I'm going from talking about the beach objectively to talking about them. And now I'm forming a connection. All right. So here's a way that I could use occupation. Hey, I'm so glad I was off work today so I can enjoy this beautiful weather. Are you off work today too? Then somebody can say, oh, yeah, I'm off work today. And then you could say, whoa, it's a Wednesday. What kind of job do you have that you're off work? Or if they say, yeah, I actually worked earlier today, but now I'm off. You can say, that's interesting. That's an interesting end time. That's pretty early in the day. What do you do for a living? So it's the most natural, I'm flowing the conversation naturally. It's almost like the next most obvious thing to say. Oh, really? You're off at 1 p.m.? What do you do did you have a half day today? See, it's not like I'm asking out of any weird, I'm not asking, it's completely normal for me to ask, that's weird that he's off at 1 p.m. I wonder what he does for a living. Out of curiosity. Now let's talk about recreation. So recreation, he's at the beach. Man, I love coming here to play volleyball. You play volleyball too? People love to talk about what they're into. No, I actually love coming out here to read. Oh, really? What kind of books do you read? So, do you see how I'm using these conversation pieces? These are just categories of conversations. Oh, really? So you like to read for fun. What kind of books do you like to read? And it just naturally flows. Oh, I love reading Ego is the Enemy. Oh, really? Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday? I'm reading that book too. It's a great book. Or I like mystery books. Oh, tell me about your favorite mystery book. Now I'm peeling back the layers of the onion, and I'm doing it in a way that is natural, non-confrontational, and not weird or manipulative. We need to be able to have a flow of a conversation with somebody, and these are just categories that I'm using. So let's talk about dreams and desires, okay? Let's just say someone's reading Ego is the Enemy, okay? They've shared with me that they're reading Ego is the Enemy. Interesting. So that sounds like a personal development book. Is that something are you learning about are you into human psychology? It sounds like you're into personal development. You must be a business owner, or you must have some pretty big dreams in order to be reading a book like that. So once again, I'm just using categories. Do you understand how these are just categories that I now have a tool in my tool belt? Now I can ask a question like this. So that's how I'm getting from onion layer to deepening the conversation. I'm using F.O.R.D, family, occupation, recreation. Oh, hey, did you move here because your family was here? Are you from here originally? That's asking more family. Oh, what did you do? What do you do for a living? These are just categories. I can talk about their family, I can talk about their occupation, I can talk about what they do for fun, and I can talk about their dreams and desires. But the most important thing is that I do it in a way that naturally flows. I'm not changing the subject. It's most important that I'm asking the next most logical thing. And I'm asking them questions about them. So that is pretty much in detail how I could describe how to deepen a conversation with someone. We started with having a conversation, now we're deepening it. We're deepening it by asking questions in these categories in a way that flows naturally without being weird, without getting too deep, with good vibes attached. Please put in the comments any questions you had, anything you'd like me to share in the next video. If you'd like an even deeper explanation of how to deepen a conversation, please put that in the comments. I'm going to wrap this one up, but that's the mindset that I wanted to share with you guys. How to deepen a conversation. I hope that this information was helpful to you guys, and this is how I relate to people and have conversations. It's super effortless. It's very effortless, and it builds a human connection, and then we can go into maybe making a business connection or a romantic relationship without being weird, without being manipulative. We're just saying the most natural next thing to say. Hey, did you see this that was happening in the area? Are you in town for this? Oh, you're in town? Really? Where are you from originally? Wow, that's pretty far away. What brings you here? Oh, you're on vacation? What? I don't hear a lot of people come here for vacation. What made you come here for vacation? Do you have family around the area? You see how these are just the natural next best thing to say? And the way that I'm asking this is by it, it's all about the vibe. I'm not interviewing them. I'm just sharing you what's coming off the top of my head just to give you a pattern of how I'm thinking. So if you have any questions, any concerns about the video, please put that in the comments. And if you found this video really important, share it with somebody else.